beautiful souls gathered here. A warm welcome to Sanskriti International 2023. To commence today's proceedings, let us invoke the divine blessings of Hari and Guru. I now humbly request Pujniya Swami Mukundananda ji to kindly light the ceremonial lamp and officially inaugurate our event.
Deepa Jyote Param Jyoti Deepa Jyote Janardana Deepo Haratu Me Papam Deepa Jyote Namostute Shubham Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampadaha Dvesha Buddhi Vinashaya Atma Jyotir Namostute Atma Jyoti Pradiptaya Brahma Jyoti Namostute Brahma Jyoti Pradiptaya Guru Jyoti Namostute.
Thank you, Swamiji, for gracing us with your presence. We eagerly await the pearls of wisdom you'll be sharing with us later in the program. Next, let us watch this beautiful performance by Kashvi Agarwal, a budding child artist and social media sensation.
कैसे कोई हट गया मन से लिपट अनजाना वो नील अंग सा रूप रंग ले सगल समाधि प्रेम भंग अंग अंग फिर मन में दंग और तंग तंग में संग और गाना
मुरली की धुन सुर राधिके मुरली की धुन सुर राधिके मुरली की धुन सुर राधिके तुमसे तुमको पाना तन मन तुम तन से मन को जाना उलझन तुम जिया रे नैना चुप के हरे मन गुम सुन डोरी टूटे ना 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 बांधी नैनों ने जो संग तेरे देखे मैंने तो सब रंग तेरे ही के ना छूटे ना ये मुरली की धुन सुन राधिके मुरली
by young Kashmi. Thank you, Kashmi. Now let's understand Sanskriti. Sanskriti, meaning culture, harmoniously shapes life. Built on unity in diversity, it unites communities, transcending language barriers and celebrating traditions. This cultural tapestry is a vibrant mosaic embracing diverse customs. Sanskriti adapts gracefully, embracing change while holding on to core values, fostering harmony without dominance. It acknowledges the world's transient nature while upholding eternal truths. This heritage navigates time's ebb and flow, resonating seamlessly with diverse cultures. In essence, Sanskriti embraces a holistic life approach, emphasizing completeness, unity, and stability across social, spiritual, and intellectual dimensions. Aligned with these foundational principles, our Sanskriti International platform was designed by none other than Swami Mukundananda ji. It serves as a vessel to dive into our cultural heritage and robust values. What began as a humble local event in Connecticut focused on highlighting our vibrant heritage has evolved into a globally recognized occasion. In addition to the online platform, this year Sanskriti has been conducted in Connecticut, Dallas, North Carolina, and Seattle. Yet another standout feature of Sanskriti is that the proceeds from this esteemed event will be dedicated to supporting the healthcare and educational needs of the underprivileged in rural India. This noble cause serves as a significant means to contribute to and uplift our community. At this juncture, words fall short if we do not express our gratitude to Madhu Reddy ji, our sponsor. In support of this cause, he is committed to dollar matching for all the funds collected through this event. Each and every one of you can show your support by making contributions on the portal. Every penny counts, and it's important to note that you will receive 100% tax exemption for all your contributions. At Sanskriti International 2023, we witnessed a remarkable participation with around 1200 registrations spanning across 40 plus contests from multiple countries in the world. This year, the list of contests underwent a revamp, introducing many new competitions. Notably, we embraced innovation by incorporating live judging via Zoom platform for both the singing and dance contest, marking a significant first in our event's history. Esteemed judges dedicated their time to log on to Zoom, scoring each performance and offering valuable feedback. This approach received positive responses, prompting us to consider its extension to many more contests in the future. While each participant merits recognition as a winner in their own right, today's award ceremony aims to specifically applaud exceptional performers. This acknowledgement seeks to motivate and inspire all participants on their cultural journey. Alongside the diverse awards, today's ceremony includes several captivating segments. A highly anticipated highlight is the interaction with Swami Mukundananda ji, a special tradition every year. We are also honored to have two special guests, Advait Karker, a global art prodigy, and Kamya Karthikeyan, the young mountaineering prodigy. I'm certain, like me, all of you are eagerly looking forward to hearing from these extraordinary individuals. So, put your hands together and welcome our MCs, Siona and Ishan, who will walk us through the rest of the segments.
Radhe. My name is Ishan Tiwari and I'm in the 8th grade.
My name is Siona Brash and I'm in 7th grade, and we will be your hosts for the rest of the program.
But Siona, you're like 1 hour late.
I was getting ready.
Getting ready? What took you so long?
I was just in the shower.
For the past 1 hour, you were in the shower?
Yeah, so what? I do it every day, twice.
Yeah, that's not good.
What's your problem?
Don't you know that only 1% of the entire world's water supply is consumable? 1%. And over 95% of water used in homes goes down the drain without being used. And over 2 billion people in the world live in countries where the water is very scarce and they don't get much of it. And that water keeps on rising as the population continues to grow.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It seems like a big global responsibility to save water. I think I can start to make some tiny changes to my life to contribute to this. For example, sometimes I leave the tap running while I brush my teeth, so instead I can turn the tap off. And I can be mindful when I do my laundry. And I can only run the dishwasher when it's full. And of course, I can take shorter showers.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Now let's move on to the next segment of the Sanskriti Award Ceremony. I'm really looking forward to seeing the winners of the Shloka and Bhagavad Gita recitation, creative expressions, and digital arts.
This next segment also includes words of wisdom from Swamiji. Do not miss this exciting, enlightening, and inspiring interaction. Stay tuned as we learn about the journey and life of Kamya, youth mountaineering prodigy, and Advait, global art prodigy, in this upcoming segment.
Radhe and welcome to Sanskriti International Award Ceremony 2023. So are you all ready to know who the winners are? We will begin by announcing the winners of Bhagavad Gita recitation contest. The participants submitted their videos reciting the holy verses of our sacred Bhagavad Gita. So here are the winners of group 2, which is from ages 5 to 10 years. The first place goes to Advait Vishu Bhotla. The second place goes to Adrit Sai. The third place goes to Navya Prajapati. And we have a special mention award that goes to Sripada Kondenya. Join me to give a big round of applause to all the winners and participants of Group 2 of Bhagavad Gita recitation contest. Now let's move on to Group 3 participants, which are from ages 11 to 19 years. The first place goes to Shrestha Vishnu Bhotla. The second place goes to Ramona Karthik. The third place goes to Ayush Nanda. Join me to give a big round of applause to all these winners and the participants of Group 3 of Bhagavad Gita recitation contest. Next is Group 4, which is from age group 20 years plus. The first place goes to Porshali Kathiresan. The second place goes to Mrinal Desai. And the third place goes to Sunita Patro. Let's give a big hand to all the winners and participants of Group 4 of Bhagavad Gita recitation contest. Thank you. Radhe.
Namaste. The Shloka recitation contest featured participants across 3 age groups, Group 2, Group 3 and Group 4. Contestants were tasked to present shlokas excluding those of Bhagavad Gita within a time limit of 3 minutes. Now, let's move on to the moment we have all been waiting for, the announcement of the winners. Starting with first category, Group 2, first place is secured by Advait Karker. Second place goes to Shripada Kaundinya. Joint third place is claimed by Hiranmay Suresh and Aradhya Anand. Special mentions for Sahana Vadkar and Dhanvita Mukherjee. Give a round of applause for these young talents. Moving on to Group 3. First place is secured by Shrestha Vishnu Bhotla. Second place goes to Aradhya Sarangi. Third place is claimed by Srivatsan Marimuthu. Special mentions for Meera Muthukumar and Gayatri Basu. Give a round of applause for these fantastic performers in Group 3. Finally, Group 4. First place goes to Madhavi Anja. Second place goes to Mrinal Desai. Give a round of applause for these exceptional talents in Group 4. Congratulations to all the participants and the winners. May the echoes of these shlokas resonate in our hearts for a long time. Stay tuned for more exciting contests and announcements.
Radhe Radhe, I am Geetika Jain and I will be presenting Sanskriti Awards for the next category, which is Creative Expressions. And as the name says, Creative Expressions, all the participants showcased amazing creativity, ingenuity, originality and imagination in all their submissions. The first contest within Creative Expressions is the Lego contest, and participants had 5 minutes to prepare a Lego structure or a Lego design from scratch to finish. So moving on to the awards for Group 2 within Lego contest, the first place award goes to Aryan Baharani. The second place award goes to Atharva Baharani. The third place award goes to Hiranmay Suresh. A big round of applause to all the winners for Group 2. Moving on to Group 3 for Lego contest. The first place award goes to Gayatri Basu. The special mention award goes to Mahadev Subramanya Powdary. And another special mention award goes to Prajnay Chavan. Big round of applause to all the winners within Lego contest. Moving on to the next contest within Creative Expressions is Origami Contest. Participants had 5 minutes to create an origami design from scratch to finish. Moving on to the awards for Group 2, the first place award goes to Ayushi Garnaik. Big round of applause to Ayushi for winning in this category. For Group 3, the first place award goes to Mahadev Subramanya Powdary. And special mention award goes to Rishita. Big round of applause to all the winners within Origami Contest. The next contest within Creative Expressions is Rangoli Contest, and participants created beautiful Rangoli design using creative materials such as sand, colors and crayons. Now moving on to the awards. Within Group 3, the first place award goes to Rishita. The special mention awards goes to Pratikshya Moharana. Big round of applause to both the winners within Group 2. Moving on to Group 4, the special mention award goes to Sunita Patro. Big round of applause to all the winners within the contest. The last contest within creative expressions is clay art, and participants displayed amazing creativity in creating beautiful structures from clay. Moving on to the awards. Within group 3, the special mention award goes to Rishita. Big round of applause to Rishita for winning in this category. That's all for creative expressions. Radhe Radhe.
Now I am going to announce the winners for digital contest. In this contest, we had multiple events. The first event was digital poster. In this event, the participants were asked to create a poster showcasing a cultural event. In group 2, first place goes to Sahishruti Das and a special mention to Hiranmay Suresh. Let's give a round of applause to the winners in this group. In group 3, first place goes to Sanidhi Bhatt. Second place is shared by Prajnay Chavan and Ananya Hariprasad. And third place goes to Maithili Bhu. And a special mention to Rishita. Let's give a round of applause to the winners in this group. In group 4, first place goes to Ashutosh Pandey and a special mention to Debsuta Roy. Let's give a round of applause to the winners in this group. The next event was photography. In this event, the participants were asked to capture the beauty of nature in a photograph. In group 3, first place goes to Maithili Bhu. Second place goes to Maniuhas Ankaraju. Third place to Siona Varshne. And a special mention to Srivatsan Merimuthu. Let's give a round of applause to the winners in this group. In group 4, special mention to Debsuta Roy. Let's give a round of applause to the winners in this group as well. Finally, the final contest was digital video. In this contest, the participants were asked to create a video depicting the act of kindness, which may be either factual or fictional. In group 2, special mention to Pravitra Sankarji. In group 3, first place goes to Meera Muthukumar. Special mentions to Rishita and Vaibhav Sanu. Let's give a round of applause to all the winners in all the contests. Thank you.
Congratulations to all us Shloka recitation, Bhagavad Gita recitation, creative expression and digital art winners. You all were phenomenal. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, an engaging interaction with Swami Mukundananda on Swamiji's latest best-selling book, Questions You Always Wanted to Ask. But before we dive into it, let's take a moment to watch this brief video about Swami Mukundananda.
Swami Mukundananda is a global spiritual leader and international authority on mind management. He is the founder of Jagadguru Kripaluji Maharaj and a senior disciple of the 5th original Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj. Swamiji conducts life transformation programs and spiritual retreats across 83 cities of the world every single year. People across the globe throng to attend the soulful retreats and family camps conducted in his divine presence. Swamiji has guided, inspired, and transformed millions of lives through his most logical, scientific, and devotional lectures. Swami Mukundananda is a visionary with a mission of spreading the message of selfless service to God. Swamiji has more than 5 million followers on social media, and he has established a vivid variety of specially designed free online courses that are serving the global community for many years. Swamiji has been the inspiration behind the multiple global events including International Gita Festival, International Yoga Festival, Sanskriti International, and many more. Swamiji has also set up the Jagadguru Kripalu Naturopathy Hospital and the Jagadguru Kripalu University at Orissa to provide quality wellness treatment and education to one and all. The Radhakrishna Temple of Dallas, Center for Indian Culture and Education at Dallas, and the Radhakrishna Temple of Bay Area provide various avenues and ample opportunities to explore Indian culture and nurture selfless devotion towards God. For the future generations, Swamiji has curated value-based educational programs such as the Bal-Mukund program for children and JKYog Youth Club for the youth. Swami Mukundananda is also a best-selling author of various books. The Holy Bhagavad Gita, The Science of Mind Management, 7 Mindsets for Success, Happiness and Fulfillment, 7 Divine Laws, Spiritual Dialectics, Power of Thoughts, and the recently published Golden Rules for Living Your Best Life. Swamiji has touched the lives of millions across the globe to empower the soul, elevate the mind, and attain divine bliss. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Swami Mukundananda.
Radhe Radhe Swamiji, it's an honor to be speaking with you at Sanskriti International 2023. I also got a chance to read your new book, Questions You Always Wanted to Ask. And today I have a lot of questions that I always wanted to ask you as well. So we will dive into the discussion, to our conversation by asking some really important questions. The book is really enlightening. It laid some very important points that are important for us, these fundamentals in how we lead our life, both professionally, emotionally, as well as socially. So Swamiji, my first
Thank
question
you.
to you.
Yes, Radhe Radhe Nidhi, very happy to be speaking to you. I also went online to read about you and delighted to know about your work on S for S, Science for Society, and all the accolades you have received, like the 30 under 30, etc., etc., etc. Very happy to be speaking to you. Yes, welcome to ask your questions.
No, thanks for your time, and thanks for the encouragement. Swamiji, my first question to you is, as millennial, I've always had a lot of frustration of what I aspire to be, what my steady state is, and what is my current reality. And a lot of time that has actually held me back and not allowed me move ahead in life. I've been in the felt very anxious, frustrated. Your book has a very important concept called visualization, which I felt was very important. If you could tell all of us about the importance of visualization, and how can we practice it?
Visualization has got many advantages. It is a way of training our subconscious to make it our best ally in moving forward towards our goals. You have talked about the gap between the ideals you have and the reality all around you. Now, if somebody is a perfectionist, then they give up seeing the reality. But a practical mindset is that you accept what is there and then work on the solutions. Now, when you want to move ahead, The resources you have is your own mind, your own intellect, and visualization helps us train that subconscious. In it, we practice a process by imagining the various steps in it. So, for example, if you are wanting to control yourself from reacting with anger and rather responding positively, you visualize a situation where somebody is doing something negative and you're restraining yourself. The message sinks deep into your subconscious. And slowly, when the situation arises, you realize you have become the master of it. And a second way people use visualization is their desired goal. They hold an image of it in their mind. And that helps convince themselves, create the belief that this goal is achievable. And then it helps develop a positive mindset. So many of the highly successful people, they utilize these techniques. For example, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was 5 times Mr. World, Mr. Universe, he was asked what was the secret. He said, I did it so many times in my mind that when I came to the stage, it was just natural. So, this technique is a beautiful way of mental practice that everybody can utilize.
No, absolutely. That's so helpful. And I think, you tell this in the book that you live twice. First, you live in your mind, where you train your mind, you prepare your mind, and then it brings you so much closer to your reality that you're actually experiencing it. And it is such an important concept. So thank you for taking us through that. Swamiji, now we are ambitious. We have trained our mind to actually achieve that. In this process, the journey is not very easy. We will go through ups and downs, and for this we will require some import. For us to be resilient, we will require some more fundamentals like self discipline, willpower. What how do we cultivate it? How do we make sure that it is so intrinsic to us that in this journey, like, we are not breaking up, there is a proper compounding that is happening. So what are some tools through which we can develop this?
The way you want to know how to grow your willpower and self-discipline?
And self discipline, yes.
Yes. Somebody defined willpower very interestingly as the ability to do the more difficult thing. At every moment in life, we have choices. One is the easy choice, which is pleasurable but does not add much value to our life. And the other is the unpleasant work, which is of great value. So, the ability to lead a life of purpose, to lead a life that is aligned with your highest values, comes by growing a willpower that is like steel and strength, which means that you can easily brush aside those low value activities and continue with the thing that is meaningful and enriching. One of the ways to grow your willpower is practice. Interestingly, just like physical muscles grow with practice, this mental muscle is also responding to repeated effort. People don't realize it. Modern medical science has pinpointed that there's actually a physical part in the brain called the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for giving human beings with this ability to say no to something even though it is pleasant, to say yes to something even though it is unpleasant, and to keep your focus on your higher goal. So just like if you engage in solving math problems again and again, the portion in the brain that is responsible for math will start packing more gray matter. Likewise, if you use the prefrontal cortex of your brain, it just becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. This mind of ours is very respondent. If we give it an inch, it will take a mile. And then it will become so strong. People say, I am completely enslaved by my moods. On the other hand, if you keep on putting it in its place, the mind will then subdue itself and become at your disposal. So the controlled mind will be your best friend. The uncontrolled mind will be the worst enemy. And hence, little by little, keep on growing the willpower muscle. Every time we know something is wrong and yet we submit to it, we weaken the willpower muscle. Every time we know something is right but difficult and we exert to do it, we grow the willpower muscle. One delta at a time. We have to master this inner virtue.
No, thank you so much, Swamiji. I think this was exactly the topic in the book, which is practice versus deliberate practice. And what you are saying is that we have to train our mind and do deliberate practice, which was my next question. If you can tell us, how can we make ourselves more deliberate in practicing things that we aspire for?
Well, Nidhi, the saying goes that practice makes perfect. And yet, you find that people are practicing all their life, but they are not reaching perfection. Somebody's been playing golf for 50 years, but is just about as good as they were 50 years ago. In fact, in medical science, what they've seen is that the doctor's skill, it peaks after 5 years of practice. And after that, it doesn't seem to grow further, some even decline. Where they are missing out is deliberate practice. So between practice and deliberate practice is a huge difference. In practice, we have reached a stage of automacity where we are just doing it now. But in deliberate practice, you make yourself aware of the weaknesses and then set up self-improvement goals. Break those goals into subpart and then focus on your improvement again and again and again. This is hard work. It is exhausting. And get some feedback from people. So deliberate practice is so powerful that people don't realize they can actually grow tremendously when they apply themselves to the process. And in fact, in any field, if people bring their intellect and mind to bear on the skill, then slowly they start mastering it. That ability has been handed over by God, by the universe, to human beings to tap in if they wish.
Very true. That's absolutely a great advice for all of us. Swamiji, other thing that I wanted to ask you is that, in this new age of social media, where we all are just putting online or the best version of ourselves, and we are not seeing our actual life. We are not very authentic enough. What would you suggest to youngsters, that how can we be more authentic? How can we cut down on and differentiate between what is, what fake and what is real, and not be in this social media world and be in a very real world? So two questions: how do we be more authentic, and how do we cut down the noise and be present?
Yes. If the whole world calls us good, but we don't feel good about ourselves, their acclaim will not give us any kind of happiness. And in the eyes of God, it is not what people call us, but it is what we are that is important. So, in all the external glamour and glitter, people have kind of distorted their value system where they care too much for the opinions of others and they are focused on trying to be called good. So, what they don't realize is that no matter what you do, there will be some people who will call you good, and there will still be others who will not be happy and say, why is this person doing like that? Now, Nidhi is doing this work on climate change, and there will be the economic diehards who are saying that you are troubling the economic growth of the country and the world. So you can never please everyone. Rather than trying to impress others, if we can focus our energy on trying to actually become good, it will be the real success in life. Now, once we change this value system, then our priorities they change. Then we are no longer hypocrites, something on the outside, something on the inside. What we decide is most important for me is to be true to myself and pleasing to God. And a claim that comes from outside is incident. That conviction needs to arise in the intellect by repeatedly deciding success in life is not the external acclaim, but the inner growth.
That's so beautiful. So, Swamiji, so what? How should we measure our success? What are the parameters today? We are living this life. We have some materialistic needs. We a lot of times calibrate what is success based on, like, have we got into IIT? Have we won some awards? But for you, what would you say is the true sense of growth, true sense of success, and what all of us should also, recalibrate some of our metrics of success?
Success would require setting goals in our life. Now, if those goals are pointless, then people are chasing a wrong definition of success. It's like there was a big courtyard of a house, and the dog would be let loose on the lawn. So every time a car went by, the dog would go bow, bow, bow from one side to the other. And another car went by, it would go bow, bow, bow to the other side. One neighbor asked the dog owner, does your dog actually catch any cars? The owner said, what worries me is that in case he catches the cars, what will he do? So, likewise, people are chasing goals with all their enthusiasm without thinking, was this goal meaningful or not? So, I think the question you have asked is very important. They cannot be absolute measures. Einstein said that if you measure a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it would be a complete failure. We are all geniuses in our own field. The importance is to realize where I am. In my journey of life, I have reached here. And rather than comparing with others, the focus should be what is the potential within myself. And then to move one delta in manifesting that potential. So I would say success is the delta change that I'm able to bring about in myself from where I was yesterday till today. which means in a day you can't go from being a sinner to a saint, but you can bring about 1% improvement. And that 1%, when continued through the year, brings about a 365% change. So the delta is the measure of success. And the second aspect of success is that am I utilizing my talents in line with my higher purpose? So everybody must have a purpose that is beyond selfishness, something that we can truly say is a higher purpose. And then the talents God has given us, when we are using them to make a difference, to exert ourselves in the realization of that higher goal, that is the second measure of success. Be good and do good.
No, absolutely. It helps us to become more secure as well, and not have imposter syndrome. So thanks for actually covering that. I think my next question is majorly Swamiji, as you rightly said, that we need to measure the progress. Our journey is more important. How do we get inspired? How do you get inspired? How do we keep our tank full? Like, how do we be more motivated towards our end goal, our purpose that we have defined? That is a north star, but how do we cultivate this every day, that we are motivated, we are inspired? Some days are gloomy doomy. So any thoughts on that?
Oh, yes. Inspiration, Nidhi, motivation, enthusiasm is the very fuel that powers us in life. And that is why it is a wonderful virtue to possess. As long as we are inspired, even the biggest difficulty will seem puny. Somebody who is filled with enthusiasm will cut through challenges like the knife cuts through butter. And without inspiration, a small obstacle will seem like a mountain. And that is why somebody said very well that you may lose everything in life but your enthusiasm, and you will regain it again. But that person who has lost inspiration is truly bankrupt. So we must learn the art of topping up our motivation. The thing that comes in between, the procrastinating habit, is because there are pleasurable works at hand. And so the unpleasant work that needs to be done, we tend to postpone it. You say, okay, I'll do it some other time, but here's something that is so interesting, which let me do this first. But the fact is that that unpleasant work, if we are able to do it, it adds so much to our life, which a whole lot of fun activities would not. That's why one management consultant, he wrote a book called Eat That Frog. You have a to-do list of 10 things to do today, and people start off with the easiest. And they leave the hardest for the end. But that hardest thing, if you did, it would take care of everything else. So that is the frog that we are postponing. So he says, eat the frog. And if there are 2 frogs in your list, then eat the uglier frog first. So the point here is that we must not prioritize the easy work, but the works that are enriching our life and that are contributing so much. We must train our mind and intellect and make it a habit that I will do the difficult thing which is important.
No, absolutely. You're so right. We tend to procrastinate just because things that we fear, we do not want to do that first because it will put us in an uncomfortable position, and that leads to procrastination, and that leads for us to not move ahead in life. So that, thank you. I think this is exactly what we need. Is we need to prioritize things that we are afraid of, because which is more enriching in life. So, Swamiji, next thing that I would want to go is that we're moving from self to people around us, because we, as social beings, are surrounded by different types of people: friends, family, colleagues, professional colleagues. According to you, what type of people should we surround ourselves with? That could actually enrich our lives further, or could be a support system in our lives.
Yes. The company we keep energy has a tremendous impact on the beliefs that develop within us. If we keep the company of people who really don't have a sense of direction, who are into low value fun, we will develop the belief that this is what is meant to be. And that is why people learn most bad habits from friends. They think this friend is good for me, but it ends up that the friend does more damage than the enemy does. And it was a very interesting study that I read, that your best friend when you were 11 years old, the IQ of that friend tremendously impacts the IQ you will have at the age of 15. If your best friend was somebody who was smart, it will impact you in increasing your own sharpness as you grow up. So that is why we should be very careful in choosing our friends. We must surround ourselves with people who are prioritizing inner growth and a life of purpose. Seeing them, we will be inspired. In fact, it's just like when you run a race and somebody is ahead of you, you're inspired to catch up. So when you have people who are going places, it will bring out the best in you as well. But try your best to find such people and associate with them.
That's the right way to go, for sure. Swamiji, that actually brings you to something that I, which is more contextual, that I wanted to ask you. As you must be aware that this COP28 just ended in Dubai, which was an important for us to transition out of fossil fuels. The world leaders gathered and agreed to some deliverables. We as responsible humans have to prioritize planet and people, and bring about a more equitable and sustainable changes in our lives, which a lot of times we are not able to do, which would be as simple things like not using plastic. This behavioral change is very difficult for all of us to inculcate. Even for me, we would always end up drinking from a plastic water bottle but not carry our own bottle. What would you say, what can we do actually, so that in our purpose is more inclusive, and we are more intentional in caring about people around us that are in more vulnerable position, and also about the planet? And how do we also, like, I know it's a big question, but how do we also get others included in this journey? So first, as individual, how do you bring that change? And second, as we as a community, how do we prioritize people as well as planet?
Nidhi, we are fortunate to have grown up in a culture where we see the world as divine. We say Mother Earth. We look on the earth as the mother. We look on the rivers as the mother, Mother Ganga, Mother Yamuna, Mother Narmada, etc. So this sense of seeing the environment of sacred should induce us to be respectful in our behavior towards it. We need to be more mindful of our relationship with all of creation. Materialistic thinking cuts us off and makes us think that I am by myself, independent of the world. Spiritual thinking connects us I'm a small part of all of creation. And that is why our scriptures say, Ayam nija paroveti ganana laghu chetasam udara charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. That one who keeps on thinking of yours and mine has got a very selfish mindset. And the large-hearted udara charit person sees the whole world as the family. Now, once we realize that our actions are impacting the environment, then that brings about the sense of dharma. What is dharma? Your alignment to a higher code of conduct, willingness to sacrifice selfish desires for that. So it may be easy to go for plastics, but then you say, it doesn't matter. I have a dharma that I need to fulfill towards the planet, towards all of creation. And what undermines that is the greed in human beings, short-term profits, bodily comfort, etc., where they say, okay, never mind what's right and what is wrong. I will do whatever meets my greed, meets my needs. Right? So this struggle is always there between one aspect of us, which the Bhagavad Gita says, the demoniac aspect, and the other aspect of us, which is the sublime, celestial aspect. So in that struggle, we have to remind ourselves again and again. And like you said, that we can spread the message to others as well. Now, people love their children. What kind of world would they like to leave that for their children and their grandchildren? They would like a world for themselves that is clean and that is amenable. But would they like their grandchildren to live in a world where there is complete unreliability of weather and uncertainty of grain, etc.? So it is for their own self-interest that they are doing good to this world. This kind of education must be repeated again and again so that the awareness spreads and the mindset becomes ingrained in the people.
So true. That's absolutely such a great advice. Swamiji, just bringing this to the next question. So, what is our duty towards our family, towards God, to us, towards ourselves, and how can we balance this? I think it's a this is very deeply covered in the book. I would like for you to give us some direction as we are wrapping this year. It would be good to have some direction for the next year.
We are living in an environment. So you have a family, you are a part of a society, you are a citizen of a country, and you are a member of all humankind on the planet Earth. Now, based on that, a whole lot of duties are defined. Our Vedas have got so many duties. The moment you wake up, you say your prayers to Mother Earth before you place your foot on it. Before you take bath, you remember the holy rivers, etc. Right? So there are multiple duties that we have. The purpose of these is, first of all, to remember that we are receiving from so many. And that is why we have an obligation to give back and to move ahead of selfishness. But in reminding themselves of these duties, people forget the spiritual duty. And what is the spiritual duty? You are the divine soul, and the soul is a part of the Supreme Soul, who is our eternal Father, who is our eternal Mother. As we have a duty to our worldly relatives, We have manifold more bigger duty towards our spiritual relatives. So in life, these both can very easily be balanced through the technique of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the primary instruction of the Bhagavad Gita. It says that continue fulfilling your worldly duties, but in your mind, cultivate love for the Supreme. So, mind should be in the Lord, and with your body, you do your worldly work. And through that principle, even while living in the world and full discharging all your requirements, you can still keep moving ahead in your spiritual journey.
That's such an apt advice, Swamiji. I think one more thing, as we are in Sanskriti International 2023, what if we are facing with a lot of failures in life? If we are, how do we find that strength? Some things sometimes are not in our control. How do we still move ahead? How we still are not in our, because in this year, and as we are ending 2023, some things would go right, some things we would not be able to achieve, but still we need to be hopeful for the next year. So how do we develop that mental toughness? I think you've covered a lot of this in the book, but if you
Yes,
could just help
agree.
us, give some
Yes.
direction on how can we be more
I
tough.
am glad you have asked this question because while we applaud the winners of the Sanskriti International, we must also remember there are so many who participated, but they did not get the prizes. Well, I think it is important to remember that this winning and losing is only an external thing. True wisdom enables us to see both victory and defeat as imposters. The real victory is the victory inside of ourselves. Did I do the best I could? There was a 5-year-old girl. It was her school's annual sports day, and all the children's parents had come to cheer their children. Now, this girl was running the race with all her classmates, and she landed up 20th out of 50. So she was extremely dejected. And the father said, well done, my child. Congratulations. You have won. Let me take you for a trip. He said, Father, but I did not win. I came 20th in the race. And the father said, those 19 were not competing with you this time. It was the others, the 30 behind you. You came ahead of them. So he said, how come I was not in competition with them? Father said, you had not practiced as much as them. Next time you practice harder. And then you will have only 4 ahead of you and 45 behind you. And then you practice even harder and you will have 49 behind you. So the important thing is not our position in the race, but did I run the best that I could? That is the mindset of champions. They are always competing against themselves. And sometimes not winning the race is the best thing for us because it brings us in touch with our shortcomings and inspires us to do even better next time. The real success is that inner victory. That inner victory is what is going to give us satisfaction and happiness in the long run. So, of course, I congratulate all the winners for all their hard work and the tremendous talent they've displayed. But we also congratulate all the participants for having displayed their talents and abilities.
Absolutely, winning is in inner victory. That's so rightly put by you. And to the winners, how can they be more humble at with this victory? Definitely they are more confident, but how can they be humble and confident at the same time, so that we don't get any I a lot of time think that I get narcissist in a lot of my conversations. I am in my own bubble. I think we are doing the most we are doing our work is the only work that matters. So what would be your advice to the winners who have won? How can they be humble and confident?
Nidhi, it is not difficult to be humble if we just remember the many defects that we have. So all of us may have strengths, but we also have this bundle of defects in ourselves. Now, if we pay attention to our defects, we'll say, oh my God, what do I have to be proud about? And then we may have achieved something, but what is it in comparison to the glory of God? It's like a firefly. In the night, it can say, I'm so sparkling and resplendent. But when the sun rises, the firefly's pride will be shattered. So if we make a house and say, oh my God, I made this 5-bedroom house, we should remind ourselves that Brahmaji made the whole universe and Bhagavan made all the universes in creation. So remembering the glory of the world all around us, we should be humble. And in fact, we should remember that anything we do is because of the energies and blessings we receive from creation. A healthy attitude is that considering the graces that I received, I should have done much more. What I have done still does not justify the blessings that have been poured on me. I must try to be a profitable servant of God. Profitable servant means if He has blessed me this much, I must perform to that much. And there's still shortcoming in my efforts. And that kind of attitude leads to a healthy pursuit of excellence while sustaining the humbleness within.
Wow, this is a new term. It is. I will always remember profitable servant to the God. This is so well put, Swamiji. I think just second last question from me. One is that sometimes we as individuals, when we get feedback, we are not listening. Like we are not listening to the other person. We are not present in the moment. We resist feedback. How can we actually feedback is a gift? How can we actually take that better? How can we actually digest the feedback the best that is being given to us by someone? So if you could help us with that.
Uh, Feedback could be of a variety of kind. There are some people who are just trying to pull us down. If we pay too much attention to their feedback, it will demoralize us. So in such cases, we should take it in through one ear and out through the other. But there are others who are giving us an honest appraisal. It is always good to know how others are perceiving us. As somebody said, there are 4 aspects of myself. One is what I think I am, and the other is what others think I am. And the third is what I think that others may be thinking I am. And the fourth is what I actually am. So in all of this, it is important to receive the feedbacks of people, to give us a perspective of how we are perceived, and that feedback could also bring us in touch with our weaknesses, which we all have so many. So the hunger must be tremendous that I wish to improve. When that becomes a burning aspiration in someone, I wish to improve, then they are willing to pay the price for it. And one of the prices is that you reach out for feedbacks. And even if those feedbacks are unpleasant, you say, never mind, I will bear with that unpleasantness because I really want to improve. So we must have this burning fire that I wish to be the best version of myself. And then we will go around saying, yes, if there's anything that you can help me with in understanding my weaknesses, I'll be thankful for it because it will open up another avenue where I need to work and improve.
Absolutely. We definitely have to be open to feedback, to receiving feedback. So thank you for actually taking us through that. Swamiji, the last question, I think this is from all of us at Sanskriti International, is that you are a source of inspiration for so many. You work throughout the year tirelessly to uplift the entire humankind. So what is the source of inspiration for you? Uh, if you could tell us that.
Well, Nidhi, actually, I never think that I'm lifting humankind up. I only think that I'm trying to be a profitable servant. So I am very mindful of the graces that I have received. By the grace of God and my Guru, I have received wisdom. I received a positive situation where there's tremendous opportunity to serve. And I'm just trying to fulfill my dharma. If God has given me a duty to do, and we all have our duties, so my duty is to share this wisdom with people and to try and help them bring about a transformation to wisdom. So I always feel that I need to do the best that I can. And I look at people who are doing more than me, and that keeps me humble. And I always think that no, there's still a long way to go, and I still need to do a lot more. This human form that we have is temporary. And when it is snatched away, we don't know where we will be after this. So there's a short window of opportunity we have to do all the good that we can. And even in the human form, once old age arrives, despite our best intentions, we will become grounded. So it's a few years where the opportunity exists. It must be seen as a golden chance. And keeping the importance of that chance in mind and remembering that service is a privilege that we receive, we must make the best of it. That is the source of inspiration.
Thank you, Swamiji. It's been wonderful having this conversation with you. Thank you for your openness and also throwing your light on us. It's been a very enriching experience. So, thank you so much for the opportunity, and it was great having this conversation.
Very nice, Nidhi. It was a pleasure speaking to you. We are all so happy to see youngsters like you bearing the torch and showing the way through your wonderful work. Wishing you all the best in your efforts. So happy to speak to you today.
Thank you, Swamiji. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you, Swamiji, for imparting your profound wisdom. Once again, we express our gratitude for providing this wonderful platform that serves humanity. We eagerly await your return as you announce the winners of Sanskriti Idol.
I'm so excited.
Why are you excited?
I'm going shopping the next weekend.
Didn't you just buy a bunch of new clothes and shoes on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I did, but I already wore that dress once. I can't repeat it for Christmas and New Year's. You wouldn't understand.
You know you're harming the environment, right? The fashion industry itself accounts for 10% of the world's carbon emission, as CO2 builds up in the atmosphere.
I have read that the increased carbon footprint is the main cause of climate change. It can lead to global warming, toxic acid rain, melting glaciers, sea level rising, and heat waves.
Along with this, polyester and nylon clothes are very harmful for the environment, as they are non-biodegradable. Anyways, have you ever heard of the 30 wear challenge?
I have actually. Isn't it the commitment to wear one piece of clothing 30 times? But if the answer isn't 100% yes, then don't buy it?
Yeah, you should practice it.
Okay, I guess I'll try.
Let's continue with the Sanskriti award ceremony and put our hands together and cheer for the winners of the strategy contest, quizzes, visual, and literary arts.
In the next segment, we will have an inspiring interaction with Advait Karker, an art prodigy who has captured the world's attention with his remarkable talent. Advait's art has featured in solo exhibitions worldwide alongside luminaries like Picasso, Matisse, and Miro in New York.
Radhe Radhe. We will now announce the winners of the strategy contest. We will start with the chess contest, Group 2, years 5 to 10 years old. The first place goes to Dixon Nagarajan. Second place goes to Vibhav Jaishankar. Third place goes to Siddharth Muthukumar. Congratulations. Please join me in giving a big round of applause to all winners in the chess contest Group 2. Thank you. We will now proceed with Group 3 of the chess contest. The first place goes to Aryan Tiwari. Second place goes to Bhargav Talagia. Third place goes to Ayush Nanda. And a special mention for Group 3 of the chess contest goes to Akanksha Panda. Congratulations. Please give a big round of applause to the winners of Group 3 of the chess contest. Thank you. We will now proceed with the coding contest. Group 3, 11 to 19 years old. First place goes to Prajnay Chavan. Second place goes to Hrishan Bhattacharya. And third place goes to Ayush Nanda. Please join me in giving a hearty round of applause to the winners of Group 3 of the coding contest and to all winners and participants in the strategy contest. Thank you all for your participation, for your talented presentations, and for your dedication to the Sanskriti International 2023. Radhe Radhe.
It's time for announcing the winners for the quiz contest. Lot of quizzes were contested on December 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And here we go. The winners are as follows. We will start with the quiz called The Art and Science of Happiness. This quiz was based on one of the Swamiji's latest released book. This quiz was conducted for group 4, which are 20 plus adults, and in that contest the first place goes to Santosh Chavan. Special mentions are Ravi Ranjan Pathak and Manish Desai. Congratulations to all the winners. Everyone please join me with a good round of applause for them. Next quiz was questions you always wanted to ask. This is based on the Swamiji's the most released book. Group 4 participant participated in this, and the first place is Santosh Chavan. Second place goes to Manish Desai, and special mention is Sunil Nair. Congratulations to all the winners. Great job. Keep it up, and please give them a big round of applause. My best friend quiz was conducted for group 2 and group 3. In that quiz, we will start with group 2. The winners are Sahana Wadhwakar. She deserved first prize, and special mentions are Kritika Moharana and Arnav Sutaria. In group 3 category, the first place goes to Prajnay Chavan, and special mention is Mahi Pemaraju. Congratulations to all the kids, all the winners, and please join me to give them a big round of applause. Ramayana quiz was conducted for group 2 and group 3. Group 2 was the age group 5 to 9, and group 3 is for age group 11 to 19. This quiz is based on one of the Swamiji's book, Ramayana. In group 2 Ramayana quiz, first place goes to Hiranmayi Suresh, second place Sahana Wadhwakar, third place Sahasra Nanda. The special mentions are Yashvi Vijaya Sarthi and Anvi Giraddi. In group 3 Ramayana, first place goes to Samarth Nalini, second place goes to Mahi Pemaraju, third place goes to Achyut Sriram Kundin. Special mentions are Hirsan Bhattacharya and Prajnay Chavan. So congratulations to all the winners. Everyone please join me to give them a big round of applause. Moving to Mahabharat quiz, which is based on one of the Swamiji's book. It was conducted for group 3 and group 4. We will start with group 3. In group 3, first place goes to Samarth Nalini, second place goes to Prajnay Chavan, third place goes to Sahana Wadhwakar. Special mentions are Pratiksha Moharana and Dikshitha Lingala Ashwin. In group 4 Mahabharat, first place goes to Santosh Chavan, and a special mention is Ravi Ranjan Pathak. Congratulations to all the winners. Please give them a big round of applause. Moving to knowledge quiz, it was conducted for group 2 and group 3. Group 2 kids were 5 to 10 year old. Group 3 kids were 11 to 19 year old. This knowledge quiz was based on My Wisdom Book. In this Group 2 category, the first place goes to Sahana Vadhwakar. Special mentions are Kritika Moharana and Navya Prajapati. Group 3 knowledge quiz winners are as follows. First place goes to Mahi Pemmaraju. Special mentions are Prajne Chavan and Diya Shri Ravi. Congratulations to all the winners. Please give them a big round of applause. IT quiz contest that was conducted for Group 2 kids who are 5 to 10 year old and Group 3 kids who were 11 to 19 year old. We will start with Group 2. In Group 2 IQ quiz, first place goes to Sahana Vadhwakar. Second place winner is Siddharth Muthu Kumar. Special mentions are Saish Sudhakar and
Jaimin Patel.
Group 3 IQ quiz contest. In that category, first place winner is Anvesha Ragal. Second place goes to Mahadev Pondori. Third place winner is Dakshana Gond. And a special mention is Mahi Pemmaraju. Everyone please join me to give them a big round of applause. Congratulations. Moving to the math quiz. Math quiz was based on the age. Kids age 6 to 10 participated in this quiz. We will start with the age group 6-year-old. In this category, first place goes to Soumitra Srinivasan and a special mention is Diksha Masade. Age 7 math, first place goes to Vanisha Gupta. Special mention is Shivan Vitha Ankaraju. Age 8, first place goes to Pritika Prant. Special mentions are Dhanvita Mukherjee and Arnav Sutaria. Age 9, first place goes to Dikshan Nagarajan. Second place goes to Sarvish Patro. Special mentions are Anvi Kiraddi, Sahana Vadhwakar, Siddharth Muthu Kumar. Age 10, first place goes to Advait Karker and special mention is Aryan Baharuni. So great job kids, we are all proud of you. Congratulations, keep it up. And everyone please join me to give them a big round of applause. Moving to the spelling quiz, it was based on the book called My Wisdom Book. Kids were allowed to hear the audio file and they have to select the correct transliteration of the Sanskrit word was spoken to them. So in this Group 2 and Group 3 category of kids participated, we will start with the Group 2. In Group 2, first place goes to Kritika Moharana and special mention is
Jaimin Patel.
In Group 3, first place winner is Mahi Pemmaraju and second place winner is Prajne Chavan. Congratulations to all the kids. Good job, great job. We are proud of you. So, thank you each and everyone who participated enthusiastically in the quiz contest of Sanskriti International. We are looking forward to see your enthusiastic participation again next year in 2024. Once again, please join me to give all the participants a big round of applause and
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. On behalf of JKYog, we are very excited to introduce you both to a child prodigy by the name of Advait Karker. And we also have his mother, Shruti, with us today. Advait is one of the youngest child artist prodigies.
At 9 years old, Advait's art has been exhibited within his home country of India, as well as globally in countries such as Canada, Italy, the US, and the UK. Advait, who has no formal training, was only 2 years old when he had his first solo exhibition in his home city of Pune. He has received numerous awards and recognitions and has been featured in media outlets such as Fox 5 New York, BBC News, the Walt Disney Company, and CBC News.
So, if both of them could say hi to us today.
Say hi.
Hi, I'm so excited to meet you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Great. Thank you for being here. So Shruti, as we've mentioned before, Advait is a child artist prodigy. How has the journey been raising a child prodigy? And could you share some highlights and challenges as a parent?
It has been an amazing experience for me as a mother. And we, like, as a family, it has been really an adventure, we can say. Because since the moment we realized that Advait can paint and we could see the passion in him, though he was just a baby, like he was just 8, 9 months old, and when he first had that encounter with the colors, we could see that sparkle in his eyes. And from that moment he was just in love with colors, and his passion grew as he grew older, and it just kept increasing. And when around he was 1 year old, he started creating amazing compositions with just food colors or watercolors. And so that was really eye opening for me, because that I realized that he had a very good sense of composition, color, contrast, texture at such a young age, and he was just not messing around with colors, but he is creating something with a purpose. And that was the moment when I realized that I need to nurture this. I just can't let it evolve, or just watch it from distance. I need to actively raise him or nurture his talent. And it has been such an amazing experience to see Advait develop his art, his style, and go around. Go to places and exhibit his work. The challenges which I faced was related to mindset of people, because we have a fixed mindset. In India, maybe it is a little bit different outside India. Professionally representing a child's work was a really breaking a stereotype kind of thing. And initially, though we received a lot of positive response and support from people and experts who have been in the art field since a long time, they really believed in Advait, and they wanted to support him, encourage him, and encourage us as a parent. But there were some set of people who were discouraging, pulling our legs, and they were just not ready to accept Advait as a professional painter and exhibiting his work professionally. but then what we thought is like thinking positively, looking at the people who are supporting and encouraging us, and just ignoring all the negative side of it. And we focused on the positive, and just went ahead, trusted our instinct, and just meeting people, showing his work, and simultaneously receiving some positive negative feedbacks, and taking positive along with us and leaving the negative behind. And no matter what, we had decided that we don't want to give up at any point of time, because we are seeing that passion and that true artist in him. I could see that he is some very special child, and I had to provide him tools and platforms to showcase his talent, and stand as an example in front of other children and other parents, that art is art is really something amazing. Their child can take it forward as a career, and I mean, it could be an amazing career, or for child or an adult also. So so uh, and because of the support of people, and we didn't give up. Advait is now invited all around the world to exhibit his work, and he is one of the youngest painter in the world, who is taken very seriously by serious art collectors, and they considered his work really professional and beautiful. So we really we are really happy that we continued, and he reached at this level right now.
That's brilliant. So my other question, that I mean, I love how you also said, Shruti, to stay positive. That's a huge lesson, and I think any parent, any individual, and even Advait, for you, that's a lesson that you can take from your mom. There's always going to be negative aspects in this world, but staying positive and affirming positive words will get you very far. So that's wonderful to see, Shruti, that you were able to look at the silver lining, and not necessarily all the negative news that was going on around you. I appreciate that. So Advait, for you, your mom had mentioned that you've been, doing art since you were 1 year old. What gravitated you towards art at such a young age? Why art? Why not maybe music or another field?
I started painting when I was really young. When I was actually 8 months old. I was a baby, and I was crawling around the kitchen floor, wandering everywhere. I saw my sister. She was painting a picture. I ran towards her, grabbed her colors and brushes, and started painting on the floor. I didn't realize what I was doing, and it turned out that I was creating many beautiful compositions. My parents saw that and gave me some canvas and colors. And I made my first painting on canvas when I was 1 year old.
So when you see colors, Advait, what comes to you? Like, what inspires you to pick certain colors for some of your art pieces?
I pick colors very spontaneously. I just choose a color scheme and paint with that.
Okay. And what is the inspiration behind, before you start a new art piece? Do you read any books? Do you listen to any music? Do you have any maybe artistic role models? What is your inspiration?
Mostly, I read many books, and Like I read many books and encyclopedias, and I get most of my inspirations from them, like dinosaurs and that stuff. My role model is Leonardo da Vinci because he had so many careers and he also was a painter.
That's wonderful. Maybe Shruti, that could be a nice family trip to take him to Italy and expose him to Da Vinci's art.
Yeah, absolutely. We had been to Louvre and had seen some of the original works of Leonardo da Vinci, like Mona Lisa, but Advait wasn't born that time. So we tease him that we had seen Mona Lisa because that's his favorite painting. But definitely, hopefully, we will be able to take him to Paris and show him Mona Lisa.
Yes, and maybe one day, Advait, your art will be featured, in these wonderful cities as well. So I understand, also for you now, Shruti, Advait goes to school, so he has schoolwork, but then he's also balancing these global art exhibitions. So how do you, as a parent, again, make sure that Advait has time for schoolwork, but then also has time for his artistic creation?
Yeah, actually, that has been a big challenge for us to managing his school, his studies, and like his profession, I would say. Um, but fortunately, in the beginning, when I realized Advait is a special child, I started homeschooling him, did a lot of programs on him, used many methods like Glenn Dorman method, use Montessori method and other methods to teach him. So he started school, regular school, when he was in the first grade, and before that he was homeschooled. And that he started reading quite early when he was just 2 years old. So books had become a large part of his routine. And since the morning he gets up, he just starts reading the book. And he was absorbing all the information from the books, and all the programs which we were doing at home. And he had developed, I could say, a sharper memory and a knowledge about science, literature. He read novels in his first grade, like he was 6 years old. So, and we don't have to tell him that Advait, go and read a book. It's like, um, uh, I mean, it's like he breathes reading, just like painting. That's another big part of it. He's really big on books. So we get all sorts of books for him. So that provides him knowledge about around the world, because education is not limited to just like syllabus, right? That he has to follow a fourth grade syllabus, what is given in the books of CBSE or ICSE for the particular, boards. So we try to provide him all sorts of books, and he even read his sister's books. Like, she is in 11th grade, so he read her books like stories. And sometimes he also helps her in her studies. So he takes care of his own studies now that he has grown up, and he has some class. He attends some classes in the morning, which helps him to have academic record. But he's homeschooled. He doesn't go to school because that was consuming a lot of his energy. And he when we were traveling, it was not possible to attend school, give exams, and it was very tiring for him. He was not enjoying because he could not paint on the weekdays and whenever he wanted. um, he had only weekends free, but that time he just wanted to play. He so we saw that he was lost somewhere. So to bring back his happiness, he need to save his energy, be at home and learn on his own. So we continue with the programs, but right now he is learning by himself by reading all sorts of books and taking classes online. And finishes his study in the morning and he's free to paint the whole day. And when we travel, we take his books, practice books, and everything with us. And then when he's free, he solve those and practice maths and everything. And that makes a really flexible choice and comfortable learning for him. So for now, this is working, and hopefully it will work few more years, and then we will decide if we want to enroll him into a regular school or not. So, so on that basis, we'll take the decision.
Yeah, that's thanks for explaining that, because here in the States, there's a lot of sometimes gifted schools, especially when parents know that their child is a child prodigy. And those are normal challenges that I've heard about too from parents is, the child is such a genius that they have trouble participating or paying attention in class because their mind is somewhere else. And then as he gets older, whether it's a public school or a private school or a school that caters to gifted children such as Advait, you have a lot of opportunities out there and a lot of time to explore that. So that's wonderful that you're also enjoying your journey as being a parent, but also he's able to enjoy his journey as being a free child, but also exploring his artwork. So that's a great balance that you guys both have. So Advait, question for you. What advice would you give to other young artists, young girls and boys watching this who do want to pursue art?
I think that my message is that we should never give up. Always dream big, no matter whatever you want to do. May it be painting, sports, or any other form of art. You can always try to achieve it.
I like that. Definitely. That's one quote I'm going to quote right now. So as we conclude this interview, I do want to thank you, Advait and Shruti, for your time. I know, Advait, it's late your time, but we really sincerely appreciate both of you dedicating your time to be here today. And as Advait said, dream big. So Advait, you definitely have a bright future ahead of you. You already have a bright, present. And Shruti, it was just wonderful to hear your experience and you just being so positive and radiant. And I can see that radiance in Advait as well. So on behalf of everyone here at JKYog, thank you so much. And before I end it, are there any last words, Shruti or Advait, that you would like to share with us or anyone else who might be watching this video?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us here, and we are really happy to be a part of this project. And I'm happy that Advait is able to inspire other children, and I could be, inspiring other parents who can help to, support their child in their artistic journey. One thing I would like to share about, because many parents have asked me this question, that how did you let Advait play with colors? Like he was messing around, and that was a lot of work for you. And because there is a fear in parents about a mess which children make. Uh, that talent is not nurtured in the beginning, because children want to be free, and the art needs to be a free experience. So it's a language what they express through colors. So they don't have to be worried about making it perfect at the first time. Rather, it should be they need a room to make a lot of mistakes, and then they learn from through their mistakes automatically. So setting them free and letting them explore, the freedom of exploration is something which every child is needs it. Like I see it, that is the thing which is not happening and which is hindering talents at early age. And if we could if we recognize that talent in the beginning and let the child explore and have that free wild experience of art, is that is going to provide him the background and the playground to for their minds to pull it in and do wild imagination and creativity is really important rather than drawing and sketching skills. That's what I feel. So, encouraging their creativity and imagination is the most important thing in the world, because in the world, creativity is valued so much. So, not necessarily if a child is an artist is creative. It could be anyone. Like the child could be a sports person or interested in technology or music. So creativity has to be nurtured from the beginning, and it doesn't have to be limited with particularly art. It could be in any field. So I think that could give a guideline to parents to nurture their child's imagination and creativity from the beginning, because the world would need those kind of inventive and innovative minds. So that is how we are going to shape the future of this world.
Those are some brilliant points that you've mentioned too, Shruti. I think as a child, when adults get older, they forget that they're the adult and that's the child. So a child is going to act like a child. So you want to foster that childlike innocence, their imagination, their creativity. And as adults, maybe it is our job maybe to clean up after, but don't let the kids stop making the mess, because what we think is a mess could be genius, creativity in their mind. And all the stories that I've heard about modern day geniuses, whether it's in technology or medicine or art, you are absolutely right. There is a link with their childhood and how their upbringing, and that stems from parents letting children be children at the end of the day, which fosters their creativity and imagination. So thank you. Those are really, really brilliant points that you addressed today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Shruti, and thank you, Advait. Good night, and thank you so much on behalf of JKYog. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Radhe Radhe. It is now time to announce the winners for the visual arts category. Contestants displayed their talents in Varli art, pencil sketching, Madhubani art, various drawings, and coloring. Listen for the winners in each group as I go ahead and announce their names. In the Varli art contest for Group 2, the first place goes to Hiranmayi Suresh. And the special mention award goes to Pritika Prasad. Congratulations to the Group 2 winners. For the Group 3 winners, in first place we have Pratiksha Moharana. In second place, Aradhya Sarangi. In third place, the winner is Anya Trehan. And the special mention award goes to Aditya KV. We would like to join and give a round of applause to the Group 3 winners. In Group 4, a special mention award is given to Kabita Sahu. Congratulations to our Group 4 winner. We now move on to the pencil sketch contest. And in Group 2, the first place goes to Gautam Gokul. The second place goes to Pritika Prasad. There is also another second place winner, and he is Riyan Mohapatra. In third place, the winner is Kushi Gajalilu. And the special mention award goes to Sahana Wadavkar. Congratulations to all the Group 3 winners. We now move on to the Group 3 contestants. And in first place, the winner is Maithili Bhoop. In second place, we have Rishita. In third place, the winner is Sannidhi Bhatt. And the special mention award goes to Sahana Gokul. Join us in giving a round of applause to these winners. We now move on to the Group 4 contestants. And in first place, the winner is Jayashree Sridharan. There are 2 special mention awardees, and they are Pavitra Pradeep Prabhu and Kabita Sahu. Congratulations to our Group 4 winners. We now move on to the Madhubani Art Contest, and in first place, the winner is Sai Shruti Das. The special mention award is given to Ayushi Garnaik. Congratulations to these winners. We now move on to Group 3, and in first place, the award is given to Tanmay Panasa. The special mention awardees in this group are Avni Daunde and Rishita. Congratulations to our Group 3 winners. Moving on to the Group 4 winners, we have in first place Manjari Shukla, and the special mention award is given to Kabita Sahu. Let us now join in congratulating the winners for the Visual Arts Contest. In Group 2, the first place goes to Devadarshini Parashar. Second place prize winner is Nitya Power. In third place, the winner is Aradhya Deepa Senthil Kumar. And there are 3 special mention awardees. I would like to congratulate Sai Shruti Das, Aradhya Anand, and Pritika Prasant. Congratulations to the Group 2 winners. Moving on to Group 3 for the drawing contest. In first place, we have Srini Mora. In second place, Pratiksha Moharana. In third place, we would like to congratulate Ishan Sangaran. And the special mention awardees are Somesh Kumar Satapati and Ojeshvi Pakrin. Congratulations and best wishes to the Group 3 winners. We now move on to Group 4 of the drawing contest. And in first place, the winner is Srimati Rashmi Trivedi. The second place winner is Kabita Sahu. And there are 2 special mention awardees, Jayashree Sridharan and Pichati Anita. Join us in giving a round of applause to the Group 4 winners. Lastly, we will move on to the coloring contest winners. In Group 1, we have in first place Ninad Saraya. In second place, Anay Sutaria. The third place winner is Rishikesh Suresh. Congratulations to our Group 1 winners. We now move on to Group 2 of the coloring contest. And in first place, we have Lasya Pusuluri. The second place winner is Advait Vishnu Botla. The third place winner is Diksha Masade. There are 2 special mention winners, 3, and they are Dimple Sai Anvita Oleti, Shakti Sagar Sanjay, and Arnav Sutaria. Congratulations to all the Group 2 winners. Now moving on to the Group 3 winners of the coloring contest. The first place goes to Rishita. The second place goes to Vadana Vivek. In third place, we have Meera Muthukumar. In third place, we also have Sanvi Samrat Raikar. And the special mention award goes to Lakshya Siddhan. Congratulations And let's join in giving a round of applause to all of the winners of the Visual Arts Contest of Sanskriti International 2023.
Namaste. Let us announce the awards for Literary Art Contest. In Literary Art Contest, we had 3 categories: Creative Writing Contest, Persuasive Writing Contest, and Poetry Writing Contest. In each of these contests, we had given different topics for different groups. Now let us visit Creative Writing Contest. We had given topic Picnic with God for the group 2. For group 3, we had given the topic Conversation with God. And group 4, the nice topic was Imagine waking up in the abode of God. Now let us see the winners of Creative Writing Contest. The group 2, the first place is tied between Aryan Bharani and Hiranmay Suresh. The second place goes to Ayushi Garnayak. And the special mention goes to Aditri Singh. Please congratulate the winners. For group 3, Creative Writing Contest, first place goes to Siona Varsne. The second place goes to Prajnay Chavan. And the special mention goes to Rishita. Please give a big round of applause. For the group 4 Creative Writing Contest, first place goes to Ravi Ranjan Pathak. Second place goes to Pavitra Pradeep Prabhu. And the special mention goes to Anita Pacheti. Congratulations to winners and participants of Creative Writing Contest. Please give a big round of applause. Now let us move on to Persuasive Writing Contest. We had only one group and the topic was Persuade the School Board to Fund a Social Club. Let us see the winners of Group 3 Persuasive Writing Contest. First place goes to Aditi Giradi and the special mention was tied between Prajnay Chavan and Manasvi Samir Deshmukh. Congratulations and give a big round of applause to the Persuasive Writing Contest winners and participants. Now let us move on to the Poetry Writing Contest. We had given a common topic for both the groups, that is express your love for God. For the group 3 Poetry Writing Contest, the winner are, the first place is tied between Srivatsan Marimuthu and Siona Varsne. There was a special mention award given to Mira Muthu Kumar. Congratulations to the winner and participants of Poetry Writing Contest Group 3. For the group 4, we have the first place as Ravi Ranjan Pathak. The second place was tied between Debusita Roy and Prasiddha Ramachandran. And the special mention was given to Pavitra Pradeep Prabhu. Congratulations and please give a big round of applause to all the winners and participants of the Literary Art Contest. Thank you, Radhe Radhe.
I'm so happy to go to the movies.
I'm so happy I'm getting ice cream tomorrow. Anyways, what do you think gives us the most happiness?
Well, since I'm going on a cruise the next few weeks, definitely cruises.
No, actually the fact is helping other people gives us the most happiness.
That reminds me of what my mom told me about Swamiji's new book, The Art and Science of Happiness. Our abilities and talents are all gifts from God that He bestowed upon us. When we use them to serve others, God blesses us even more. An excellent way to experience joy is to increase the joy in others. Even small acts of compassion, such as helping the elderly cross the road, helping them carry groceries to their house, or caring for the sick, count. The attitude of empathy is what makes us human.
Actually, the Sanskriti International platform is based on the same concept. It supports JKYog's global initiative to assist healthcare and educational needs for the underprivileged in India. This is why I believe being a part of Sanskriti International platform is both a privilege and an excellent opportunity to help others. Let's continue with Sanskriti award ceremony and welcome the winners of Performing Arts, Solo and Group Contest, and Speech Contest.
In the upcoming segments, we will have an inspiring interaction with Kamya Karthikeyan, young mountaineering prodigy who has scaled the highest peaks in 4 continents of the world.
Hello everyone, now we will announce the awards for different speech contests, and the first among them is impromptu speech contest, where contestants were given a generic topic to speak on for a maximum of 1 minute. In impromptu speech contest, group 2, which is aged between 5 to 10 years, first place goes to Sahana Vadikar, and we have 2 special mentions. First is Kavish Chauhan and second is Vedant Patra. In group 3 impromptu speech contest, first place goes to Meera Muthukumar, second place goes to Prasati Moda, and third place goes to Mahadev Subramanya Pondri. Give a big round of applause to all the winners of impromptu speech contest. Then we have prepared speech contest, where we have 3 groups, group 2, group 3 and group 4. For group 2, topic was a story about my favorite god. For group 3, topic was attitude of gratitude, and for group 4, topic was modern India. So in group 2 of prepared speech contest, first place goes to Pritika Prasant, second place goes to Hiranmay Suresh, and a special mention goes to Vidhi Kaushik. Then in group 3, first place goes to Sahana Gokul, second place goes to Prajne Chavan, and then again we have 2 special mention. First is Mahadev Subramanya Pondri, and second special mention is Siona Vashne. And in group 4, first place goes to Nandi Ramana Kanetti, and a special mention goes to Mrs. G.L. Jayalakshmi Hasija. Give a big round of applause to all the winners of prepared speech contest. Then we have Hindi prepared speech contest, where topic was similar to prepared speech contest. In it, group 3, which is aged between 11 to 19 years old, we have a special mention which goes to Serin Sabu. And in group 4, which is 20 years and above, a special mention goes to Ravi Ranjan Pathak. Give a big round of applause to all the winners of Hindi prepared speech contest. Next, we have Telugu prepared speech contest, where in group 2, we have a special mention which goes to Sarb Sri Thanavi. Group 3, we have first place goes to Sindhuja Jona Reddy, and a special mention goes to Mahadev Subramanya Pondri. Then in group 4, we have a special mention which again goes to Nandi Ramana Kanetti. Give a big round of applause to all the winners of Telugu prepared speech contest. Then we have Tamil prepared speech contest, where in group 2 we have a special mention award to Arush Arun Rajkumar. And in group 4, again we have a first place goes to Sutushita. Give a big round of applause to all the winners of Tamil prepared speech contest. Next, we have PowerPoint presentation contest. Here again, topic for group 2 was a story about my favorite god. Group 3, topic was attitude of gratitude, and for group 4, topic was modern India. So in group 2 of PowerPoint presentation contest, a special mention goes to Pritika Prasant. In group 3, first place goes to Prajne Chavan, second place goes to Avani Donde, and a special mention goes to Mahadev Subramanya Pondri. In group 4, we have a special mention which goes to Pavitra Pradeep Prabhu. Give a big round of applause to all the winners of Enjoy Sanskriti International 2023. See you again.
Radhe Radhe everyone. Welcome to Sanskriti International 2023. Today we are here to talk to a 16-year-old young talent who has made her mark in the field of mountaineering. Kamya Kartikeyan. She has risen in the world of mountaineering as a child prodigy and is the recipient of Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Shakti Puraskar, which is the highest national honor for individuals under the age of 18. When she was 14, she has undertook a remarkable mission called Sahas, aspiring to become the youngest person globally to conquer the highest peak on each continent and ski to both North and South Pole. She has achieved numerous unprecedented mountaineering feats at such a young age, and she was also honored with the esteemed Global Kids Achiever Award in November of 2021. Apart from these achievements, she also has a flair for music and dance. She is a grade 5 piano player, a grade 2 guitar player, and has been doing Bharatnatyam for the past 8 years. So let's welcome Kamya, everyone, who is accompanied today with her mother, Lavanyati. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
All right. So let me shoot my first question towards Kamya, and I kind of want to start by asking you, how did you get started in mountaineering? Like, what inspired you at such a young age, or was it there was influenced by a particular climb or adventure?
So when I was really young, about 2 or 3 years old, my father, who's in the Indian Navy, was posted in a place called Lanabla, which is a hill station between Mumbai and Pune. So on the weekends, there used to be incoming traffic from both the major cities, and we used to be stuck in the hill station all alone. So we used to go on small treks in and around the naval base there. And I think that is where I started falling in love with trekking in the first place. But when I was that age, my father also did his basic and advanced mountaineering courses. And he started going on expeditions where he would leave home for about a month or a month and a half at once, right? And I used to be a really curious child, and I used to always wonder. I used to ask my mom, what is there in the mountains which makes him leave us and go back there again and again each and every year? And I think my mom is the one who got me into mountaineering, because instead of just shunning down my questions, she said, let's go find out what is there in the mountains. And she was the one who actually took me on my first Himalayan trek, which was to Chandrashila Tal, which is in Uttarakhand. And I think after that, I just fell in love with the whole environment of trekking, where you're out without network for days at once, and you meet new people, you make friends for life, and you're just with nature for those days. And I think I really love that concept. I fell in love with mountains, and after that, the mountains started calling me back every single year.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That is so heartwarming as well as so inspirational, and I hope that listening to you, gets a lot of our audience inspired to look at this field. So thank you so much for sharing that. So my next question is, because of course kids at your age are in school too. So how do you balance school and training for your mountaineering?
It is extremely tough balancing mountaineering and school as well. Like you mentioned, my extracurriculars, Bharatanatyam and piano and all of that. But I think being a mountaineer and being a sports person in general has brought in a lot of discipline into my life. And it has made me realize that mountaineering is something I want to do, but I'll only be able to do it if I excel in other spheres of my life, which are equally as important. So I think when you have that clarity, it gives you a lot of discipline, and you're able to make time for everything that you want to do.
Thank you, and that was such a great answer. Thank you for letting all the kids in the audience know how to balance your talents as well as the interests that you have. So thank you so much. All right, so my next question too is going to be about your climbing experiences. What has been your most memorable climbing experience? Also, I kind of also want to know about what has been your biggest challenges when you trek or you go for a climb. And also, since obviously it's a risk sport, how do you manage the risks that are associated with high altitude climbing?
I think I can't point out one singular climb which has been the most memorable for me. I feel like each expedition or climb that I've been on has its own unique elements which have made it memorable. And I think that goes for the challenges as well, right? Like I've been trying to climb the seven summits and ski to both the poles. So I started with Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. And that was a climb where we had to climb about 1,000 meters every single day for 4 continuous days. So at that younger age, that was a huge challenge for me. But the route was extremely beautiful. It was through the forest, and then the landscapes were changing every single day. The first day it was a rainforest. The second day it was grasslands. The third day the grass shrunk down and it was bare fields. And on the last day we were on the snow-capped summit. So I think that made it really interesting. And then the next climb which I did was Mount Elbrus, which is the highest peak in Europe. It is in Russia. And one of the major challenges we faced was that being a skier, I wanted to ski down from the summit of the mountain. And we were trying to find ski boots which I could climb in as well as come down skiing with. But unfortunately, there were neither those kind of boots or climbing boots of my size because my feet were so small. And when we would go around in the Bay City looking for these shoes, there used to be shopkeepers who used to jokingly ask who in their right mind would take such a small girl on Mount Elbrus. And finally, we had to settle for a pair of snowboarding shoes and we had to climb up the mountain, sit on the summit, take those off, change into ski boots, and then ski down the mountain. So I think that was a huge challenge that we faced on Elbrus. My third climb was Mount Kosciuszko, which was not a very tough climb. It was only a 1 day hike up and down, but it was definitely a tough experience because we had to go from Canberra, drive to the base village, which is Thredbo, and then you go up a ski lift, you climb the mountain, and you come back. And on the day that my mom and I summited, we were the only ones who reached the top of the mountain because it was extremely windy and everyone else had already turned back. So I think that was again a challenging but fun climb. The next climb I did was Mount Mentok Kangri, which is in Ladakh. And what was challenging about that to me was that it was the first time we weren't going with a company and we were doing a Himalayan expedition all by ourselves. So it taught me a lot about the logistical aspect of mountaineering, wherein you plan every small thing that you will need up till your last day on the mountain. So that was definitely a great learning experience. When we went to Mount Aconcagua, which is the highest peak in South America, we had to face a lot of administrative issues because we were supposed to get a permit from the National Park Services there, which we had arranged for before we left India. But when we landed in Argentina, we were told that the rules had been changed due to some casualties the prior year. And we now had to go to the family court in Argentina and get a permit from them. But since I was the first minor climbing after these new rules had come into place, the court did not have any precedence and they were not ready to take up the case. So we fought a court case in a foreign country for about 14 days until the judge changed, and the new judge, being a mountaineer, gave us a permit on the same day. And there used to be teams from the company that we were going with, which used to leave every single day. And every day we would go to the team briefing and we'd say, there is a slight possibility that we could be part of your team. And finally, on the 14th day, we were able to join a new team and go for the climb. And even when we were on the climb, I was climbing extremely strong. We had been well prepared for this climb. But when we were near Camp 3, which is our summit camp, the guides were already a little cynical about taking such a young girl onto the summit. But it was a windy day and my gloves were really thin, so we stopped a couple of times to warm my hands. And there was another Indian team, incidentally, which had taken a different route up to the summit and they were coming down the mountain. So we stopped to congratulate them and wish them because it was really rare to see another Indian team on a mountain in a different country. So the guides found all of this a reason to say that you have altitude sickness and you need to turn back down. And despite repeated requests, they finally pushed us and sent us back down to the base camp. But I think we were both really determined. My father and I were very determined. So he spoke to the service provider and they gave us a new guide who was really, really understanding, and he was ready to guide us to the summit if we were ready to go through the pain of doing it all over again. Because climbing from the base camp would be like climbing the entire peak a second time. But we were willing to do it and we finally did reach the summit of that mountain. So I think that was again a very memorable experience. It is the highest peak that I've ever climbed. So I think that was a huge milestone for me as well. And then the latest of the 7 summits I've done is Mount Denali in North America. So with Mount Denali, the thing is that there are only 7 companies which are allowed to operate guided expeditions on the mountains. But none of these companies were ready to take us because of a lot of reasons. Because I was a girl, because I was so young, partially also because we were Indians and they hadn't had such good experiences with Indians in the past. So we had to go as a private expedition of just my father, me, and 2 other climbers from Maharashtra. And we faced a lot of difficulties with regards to our logistics. And while we were coming down, the route had started getting really bad. There were crevasses opening up. But we did reach the summit. And I think one of the highlights about the climb for me was when we summited and came back to Camp 2, a few of the guides from these companies came up to us and said, I think our company made a mistake by not taking all of you. It would have been good for us to have such climbers on our team as well. So I think all these climbs have definitely taught me a lot about mountaineering and made me a much better mountaineer.
Oh my God, for me also listening to you talk, it was so exhilarating. And, I'm sure that, with all your experiences that you told me, it's like you have to be quick on your feet to make, adjustments to what is being offered to you and work with everything that is available. So that was absolutely invigorating. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and congratulations on all your achievements as well. So moving on to our next question for you, Kamya, I have that you did talk to us about that, mountaineering has given you a lot of discipline when it comes into your personal life and education side as well. But what other lessons do you think from mountaineering you have learned that you can apply to the other aspects of your life?
I think from all the climbs that we've been on, we've learned that no matter how much you prepare, no matter how physically, mentally, and logistically ready you are, there's always going to be unexpected challenges that are going to be thrown on you. So I think one thing I've learned is that you shouldn't let the challenges break you. Instead, we should channelize them to make us, because everything that we go through is only going to make us stronger, wiser, and more humble. And I think that applies to every other aspect of life as well.
You're absolutely right, Kamya. Those are such great qualities to have as an individual. So thank you for sharing this with our audience. And going forward, I have one question for you, Lavanyaji. Your kid is a child prodigy, and there are so many kids out there who, possess unique talents. So what advice would you give to other parents who may be raising a child prodigy like yours?
I would like to say that, I strongly believe that each of our children are bestowed with, immense talent and potential. There is no doubt that, they have the potential in them. It is, as parents, I'm sure all of us do offer them a variety of opportunities to groom them into various facets of life. I feel, rather than just enrolling them into a class to hone those skills, if, as parents, we can partner with them, uh, that would probably take them a step ahead of others. So, just not enrolling them into classes or keeping them busy into various tasks. I think parents should get involved in the process of grooming their children into wherever they feel their children have interest or talents. I think that will be of immense help.
That is great advice, Lavanyaji. It's like leading by example. You get involved with them, gives you quality time with your kids as well. So I hope that all our parents, take this and benefit it with their kids. So this brings us to the end of our discussion for today. We are so glad that you took out the time to join us and to do this interview with us. We are so thrilled to have Kamya talk to us about the field of mountaineering, and I wish you all the best with all your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
And thank you for having us.
Namaste and hello everyone. Now we will move to solo art performing contest. In solo art performing contest, we have different contests like musical instruments, solo singing, solo dancing, yoga, and many more. First, we will move to musical instrument contest where the participants were asked to record a 3-minute video by playing the instrument of their choice. Now we will move to group 2. For group 2, there is a tie on the first place. The first place goes to Shayali Asthana and Neil Singh Rawat. For group 2, the second place goes to Sanvi Das. The third place goes to Siddharth Balaji. The special mention award goes to Sarvesh Patra. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to group 3. For group 3, the first place goes to Priyanshi Mahapatro. Again, there is a tie on the second place. The second place goes to Maithili Boop and Anga Ramkumar. The third place goes to Ojas Nandkishore Pawar. The special mention award goes to Sarang Anand. Now we will move to group 4. For group 4, the first place goes to Asim Biswas. The special mention award goes to Dr. Hariom Dikshit and Divya Ramanujam. Now we will move to the bhajan contest. In bhajan contest, the participants were asked to record a 5-minute video by singing any bhajan of their choice. For group 2, the first place goes to Sri Parda Kondinlya. There is a tie on the second place. The second place goes to Tharamani and Gautam Gokul. The third place goes to Sahana Vadavkar. The special mention award goes to Sarnavo Pritish and Atmika Harish. Now we will move to group 3. For group 3, the first place goes to Arya Banik. The second place goes to Shreyal Bhagwat. The third place goes to Shravani Prashant Bujone. There is a tie on the special mention award. The special mention award goes to Aradhya Sarangi and Trishna Pulinayar Kashyap. Now we will move to group 4. For group 4, the first place goes to Dorin Saikia. The second place goes to Mrinal Desai. The third place goes to Santosh Chavan. There is a tie on the special mention award. The special mention award goes to JKYog Nagashri and Mahima Pathak. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to fancy dress contest. In fancy dress contest, the participants were asked to dress up which represents Indian culture and heritage. We will now move to group 1. For group 1, the first place goes to Anay Sutaria. There is a tie on the special mention award which goes to Adrita Sarangi and Rishikesh Suresh. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to group 2. For group 2, the first place goes to Pritika Prasant. For second place goes to Vidhan Kaushik. The third place goes to Mivan Jaydev. The special mention award goes to Akula Shriman Vardhan. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to the solo dance contest. In solo dance contest, the participants were asked to record a dance based on semi-classical, classical or folk. Now we will move to group 2. For group 2, the first place goes to Bhuvi Kabra. The second place goes to Pritika Prashant. The third place goes to Manasvi Ramakrishnan. There is a tie on the special mention award which goes to Vasudha P. Misra and Anshika Tripathi. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to the group 3. For group 3, the first place goes to Yashita Pandrakula. The second place goes to Rishita Chatterjee. The third place goes to Anika Chinta. There is a tie on the special mention award which goes to Adhira Banerjee and Ramona Karthik. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to group 4. For group 4, there is a tie on the first place which goes to Sridevi Ranjit and Prasadhya Ramachandran. The second place goes to Riddhi Joshi. The special mention award goes to Debusita Roy. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to the next contest, which is solo singing contest. In solo singing contest, the participants were asked to record a 5-minute video by singing the classical or semi-classical song for the glory of the God. For group 2, the first place goes to Tanyasha Das. The second place goes to Aditi Batina. There is a tie on the third place. The third place goes to Gautam Gokul and Aradhya Anand. Also, the special mention award goes to Sarnavok Pritesh and Sripada Kaundilia. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. For group 3, the first place goes to Arya Banek. There is a tie on the second place. The second place goes to Aradhya Sarangi and Sri Bhargava Pusulri. The third place goes to Shravani Bujone and Adya Skanda Prasad. The special mention award goes to Shreyal Bhagwat and Sinchana Upadhyay. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to group 4. For group 4, the first prize goes to Nisha Krishna. The second prize goes to Madhumita De Sarkar. There is a tie on the third place which goes to Sarvesh Thiru and Doreen Saika. The special mention award goes to Carrie McCormick. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to the another contest, which is dramatic poetry contest. Here also the participants were asked to record a video by reciting a poem or shero shairi for the glory of the God. Now we will move to group 2. For group 2, the first place goes to Rishabh Arvind. There is a tie on the special mention award which goes to Vidhan Kaushik and Kavya Shurjan Maheshwari. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to the group 3. For group 3, the first place goes to Shrestha Vishnu Bhotla. The special mention award goes to Rishita. Now we will move to group 4. For group 4, the special mention award goes to Ravi Ranjan Pathak. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. The next contest is yoga contest. The participants were asked to record a 3-minute video by doing any yoga asana. Now we will move to group 2 winners. For group 2, the first place goes to Navya Prajapati. The special mention award goes to Sahana Wadekar. For group 3, the first place goes to Prajnay Chavan. The special mention award goes to Rishita. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Now we will move to group 4. For group 4, the first place goes to Carrie McCormick. There is a tie on the special mention award which goes to MSGL Jayalakshmi Harshilja and Jagdish Nonia. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Congratulations to all the winners and all the participants of the Sanskriti for all their hard works. Thank you and Radhe Radhe. Now we will move to Group contest. For group contest, there were two contests, which is group singing contest and group dance contest. First, we will go to group singing contest. In group singing contest, the participants were asked to record a 5-minute video of any classical or semi-classical song. For group 5, the first place goes to Amrita Panda and Akshana Panda. The second place goes to KSHV Sai Lohe. The special mention award goes to Meera Muthukumar and Hiranmay Suren. Now we will move to group dancing contest. For group dancing contest, the participants were asked to record a 6-minute video of any classical, semi-classical or folk dance. Now we will move to group 5 winners. For group 5, there is a tie on the special mention award. The special mention award goes to Chitra Chandrakumar and Kalpana Ganga. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Congratulations to all the participants and winner of Sanskriti International 2023 event.
Now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Sanskriti Idol 2023 title winners. And to announce it, join me in inviting our Pujniya Swami Mukundananda ji.
I have the honor of announcing the winners of Sanskriti International 2023. First of all, the Sanskriti Idol. Now, the criteria for this was that the contestant must have participated in at least 5 contests to be eligible for this award. The one who has the maximum number of prizes gets the coveted award. So the Sanskriti Super Idol 2023, this special award is given to participants who won the Sanskriti Idol for 2022 and also bagged maximum prizes for 2023. As a token of appreciation of their passion, consistent efforts, and excellence, they are awarded this title. Group 2, the Sanskriti Super Idol 2023 award goes to Sahana Madhavkar. A hearty applause for Sahana. Group 3, the Sanskriti Super Idol 2023 award goes to Prajnay Gawan. Hearty applause to Prajnay. Group 4, the Sanskriti Super Idol 2023 award goes to Santosh Chawan. Heartiest applause for Santosh. Now, we have the Sanskriti Idol 2023 awards. Group 2. This is age 5 to 10 years. The runner-up award goes to Pritika Prashant. Congratulations, Pritika, for your stellar performance. The winner in Group 2 of Sanskriti Idol 2023 is Hiranmay Suren. Heartiest congratulations, Hiranmay, for your amazing performance. Group 3, this is the age group of 11 to 19 years. The runner-up award for Sanskriti Idol 2023 goes to Mahadev Subramanya Poundari. Congratulations, Mahadev! And the winner in Group 3 for Sanskriti Idol 2023 is Rishita. Heartiest congratulations, Rishita, for your amazing performance. Group 4, we now come to Group 4. This is age 20 and above. So the Sanskriti Idol 2023 award in Group 4, the winner is Sri Ravi Ranjan Pathak. Heartiest congratulations, Ravi Ranjan ji, for that wonderful performance of yours. Radhe Radhe and Namaste.
Thank you once again, Swamiji. With that, extending our heartfelt gratitude to each and every participant of Sanskriti International 2023, all of their parents, our sponsors, our judges who generously sacrificed their time, and to all our volunteers whose selfless efforts made this event possible. Without all of you, this event wouldn't be a huge success that it is today. Wrapping up the event for 2023 and looking forward to seeing you all in Sanskriti International 2024. Let's all now stand up for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे